Hello everybody and welcome back to No Man's Sky. Cobalt Deal here, and I'm glad you guys tuned back in. In the last episode, well, before we kick things off, hold up a second. Don't want to get too excited here. If you guys are new to the channel, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, turn on your notification bell so you get notified every time I pump out a new video. And don't forget to hit that like button. We need to get this business out of the way so we can carry on with the video and getting everything done. So, this is where we're at. In the last video, we started following the quest line under a rebel star. And we are doing that. We got all the way to an outlaw pirate station, boys and girls. We were following the Ghosts in the Machine storyline, and we decided to do the Under the Rebel Star so we could get a few of these little side quests out of the way, and we're picking up a few little side quests along the way to hunt animals and sentinels, which we're going to do later. We can collect those, and that'll help us out with our freighter and that type of thing. But for now, we're going to complete the Under a Rebel Star quest line. And once we complete that, then we will start doing a Planet in Distress quest line before we go back to the Ghosts in the Machine. Because we need to get some of these side quests started and out of the way so it'll open up our menu a little bit and we can find out what's going on. We're following up on some mysterious signals that have brought us to this pirate station. And what we need to do, it says here, I came across an abandoned starship floating endlessly through the starry void. A recording had been left playing on loop over its subspace transmitter. It led to an invitation, a ticket to a promised star. I followed its call and arrived at a space station controlled by a group of Atlas rebels. And that's what we're doing right now, boys and girls. We reached the promised star. We landed in the space station, this rebel space station, and now we have to talk to the locals here to find out what's going on. So let's run over here. We're going to talk to this guy and see what they got to say. Welcome, glorious traveler, our glorious survivor. Here, there are no Gek, no Korvax, no Viking. Here we speak one tongue. Here we are free. What about the voice of freedom? Only the strong deserve to sing with the glorious voice of freedom. We do not permit the weak to find us. Okay, that was a little cryptic if I do say so myself. This guy is a pilot for that starship. I know from experience not to talk to the pilots of the starships because they won't help us. We need to find the local inhabitants of this space station and see what they've got to say to us. So let's go over here. I see two people right here talking. Let's see, Luke, Gek, Sadie. Let's talk to them. Welcome, new face. To find us is to be chosen. To find us is to be free. What about the voice of freedom? There are those who would deny us our freedom. New face, those who would sacrifice everything to appease the sentinels. But the voice keeps us free. Okay, let's talk to this righteous thief Hitching. There's some different names, right? The Crimson Feed corrupts minds across the galaxy. No more will we prostrate ourselves before its all-seeing red eye. What about the voice of freedom? To speak with the voice of freedom is to roar back against the Crimson Void. It is glory itself. Okay. So apparently they're rebels and they're fighting against the Crimson Void. Or I'm gathering it's the Atlas. There's a group of people over here. Let's go talk to them. You are one of us now, new face. You are bonded to us. You are free. What about the voice of freedom? The voice is not one voice, but many. It is our voice. It is your voice. You sing with our choir now. And there we go, boys and girls. We got the Shroud of Freedom. We have been given the mask of the rebel. A flowing silken shroud bestowed upon those who would sing with the voice of freedom. Transform the appearance of your exosuit with this exclusive appearance override at an appearance modifier. Perfect, so now we got a free mask that we can change to look like a rebel. Cool, perfect. And now you can see, check this out, it puts up a little icon, a rebel icon. and 3 different places here. So we'll go talk to these people. We'll head over here and see what this is. This looks pretty cool. This is kind of like a little shack or something. What's in here? Aftermarket upgrades. Cool. So in here, boys and girls, we can pick ourselves up X-class modules for our weapons, our shields, our starship, for our exocraft, that kind of stuff. This is where we get our upgrade modules. And the best way I look at them when I'm going to buy an upgrade module is I come over here and I look at the price. The more expensive it is, to me, is a good indication that it might be worth the money to buy it. The higher the price, the better the module is. Look at this one. Hazard protection is 780 nanites. We're a little shy on nanites, but check this out, boys and girls. We picked up a suspicious geology cannon module, picking up some of those sentinels and things like that we've been fighting. And we picked this up so we can sell this for 342 nanites. So that gives us a little bit more nanites so we could buy something, boys and girls. And I'm not sure what to buy because in our exosuit, we've got pretty much everything we need here. Let me throw a battery in here. We're going to put 1 battery in there because, you know, we don't want to use them all up. All right, so that's charged. I mean, we've got hazard protection. We've got life support. We've even got jetpack boost upgrades. So we're actually doing pretty good there. Our starship is completely loaded with technology. And our multi-tool, we've got it upgraded pretty good as well. We've got scanner modules, we got pulse spitter modules, so we're actually doing pretty good. The only thing we need to worry about is our freighter. We need to install all these pieces of technology in our freighter, and that's going to take us a little bit because we need to gather up some materials. And we got a few materials. We threw all this stuff out of our exosuit into the freighter. I made up a bunch of windows and things like that after I gathered up a bunch of material off camera in the last couple episodes. So we're doing pretty good. Not to mention we got a bunch of nanites that we need to grind up aboard our freighter. So if we want to buy an upgrade module, we could pick one. Let's see. That suspicious hazard protection module would probably be our best bet. Otherwise, it would be like our starship shields, but we don't have any room in our technology slots for our starship. So we're going to have to wait with that. I mean, our starship is pretty decked out right now, so I'm going to hold off on that. We're not going to buy anything there. So let's go over here and see what this guy's got to say. In every pirate station, you will find these same merchants. Here, I'll come over here and show you guys. This here is your starship outfitting station. This is where you scrap your starships or you upgrade it and that kind of stuff. So you can find your upgrades, your starship expansion slots if you want to install those, or salvage your starship. But since we only have 1 starship, I'm not going to do anything with it. We're doing pretty good with that. But what's this here? This here is a bounty master or a mission giver in the Outlaw space station. And as you can see here, we can get a forged passport, which helps reset your standing with whatever species that you're in a negative. So if you're out pirating Gek freighters, this right here, this forged passport, will help you bring your status of the Gek back up to 0, and then you can increase on a good favor with them. And not to mention, you get first spawn relics for doing this mission. This is a rated capital ship. We don't want to do that. But I mean, this is where you get your missions and things like that. You get nanites, you get illegal contraband that you can sell in a regular star system to make a profit. But don't get caught with these illegal, like first spawn relics or stolen DNA samples. The Sentinels will pick up on that and find out you got those in your ship, and they will attack you if you don't hand them over. Or if you don't destroy them, they'll catch on and they'll arrest you. The galactic authorities will come after you. So be aware of that. You can do any of these missions as you want. We're not going to pick up any right now because I don't think we need to increase our outlaw status at this point. This guy here is our basic black market shipping and receiving merchant. In here, we can pick up illegal contraband, illegal black market goods that we can bring with us to a good star system to sell and make a profit. They've only got a few of them here. We've only got, what, 27 million units? We can pick this stuff up. Let's go into our starship. We're going to pile all this into our starship. We're going to buy all this stuff up. And I'll show you. See that? For 4 of them is 77,000 units on the moon ether. Once we get to another space station, we'll go and sell that at the Galactic Trade Terminal, or we'll go to a trade outpost on a planet where you get more money on a trade outpost than you do in a space station at a Galactic Trade Terminal. But let's see. We got our starship here. We're going to buy this tritium. We can buy up tritium. Suspicious packet of goods will give you like circuit boards, abyssal eyes, that kind of stuff. If you want to pick up these kinds of things, you can get repair kits here to help repair damaged or broken items on crashed starships or even your own starship. Check this out. You get larval cores. Remember, boys and girls, these things are worth money or they're worth nanites. They've got 6 of them, and what, for 5 of them? Or is it 10 of them, you get 500 nanites. So they're worth it. Hypnotic eyes are nanites. Hadal cores are nanites. Look, you get suspicious packets of tech. These things are 79,000 a piece, but check this out. If you buy those, we'll buy a couple of them. There we go, 159,000 units. And then suspicious packet of arms, right? We'll buy those too. We're going to buy those up. Look, we got starship batteries. We'll buy the starship batteries so we can repair our shields whenever we get hit. But they got little things in here you can buy. And if you want to sell anything, you can also sell your goods and wares here as well. But what we're going to do is get out of here. Check this out. Now, we went to the merchant and we talked to him. But check this out. We come over here. There's an exosuit backpack expansion slot in every Outlaw space station. So now we can increase our backpack space. So we're going to buy that. We're going to increase that a little bit. We need to start getting some more exosuit space. Back here, we've got, what is this? This is the appearance modifier. And check it out. Since we got that Shroud of Freedom, is this it? Head, let's see, is it up here? Research entity, echo entity. We didn't get that. So we need to change our race, boys and girls, from a Corvax to a Traveler. I do believe it is. Let's do this first. We're gonna, these 3 slots right here are so you can save what your character looks like in the first place, right? You can save that there. So now we can go and change to a Traveler, right? This is what we're gonna do. Change to a Traveler and see if we can change the head on our suit. The Horrific Flesh Helmet, Iteration Helios, Ares, Hyperion. These are all the helmets you can pick up at the Space Anomaly of all the different Travelers. And that's what these helmets are. This is not the race that we want. We want the Anomaly. There we go. So we changed to the Anomaly. Now let's go to the head and see if we can find the Shroud of Freedom. There it is, boys and girls. It's in the Anomaly space suits, or the race, the Anomalies. So check this out. We'll go back in here. See, this is the Anomalies, the Gek, the Viking. You can pick all these, and there's even this species, which is the autophage, boys and girls, the robot life forms. We haven't made that yet because that's end game content. And if you didn't know, as this episode is being produced, No Man's Sky came out with the new update, Worlds Part 1. It has now been released. I'm on Microsoft, so I didn't get the update quite yet, but as soon as it comes out, I will be turning over into the Worlds update, and we will continue along with the survival series and the new worlds. So be prepared for that. That content update will be coming soon, boys and girls. So we're going to go with the Anomaly. That's what we're going to do. We can go through here and we can choose preset looking species as we go through here, boys and girls. So I'm going to choose the Anomaly here. We're going to change the head on this Anomaly. We're going to put that Shroud of Freedom, right? Because blue is my color, and we're going to change that. We're going to go through here and we're going to change everything on this character, boys and girls. We're going to go with black and dark blue. There we go. So we're going to change this to the torso. We're going to change the armored chest piece. No, that's not it. Where is it? The industrial spacesuit. No, we'll do the armored chest piece. So it's going to be black and dark blue. Those are my colors. I'm going to switch this around real fast. Even the suit accents, I will go with a yellow. Or is it a dark yellow? Yeah, it's a dark yellow. There we go. This way it looks a little bit like gold. The armor, we're going to go with the armored shoulder pads. Is that it? Yeah, that looks pretty good right there. We're going to go with the accented power armor. Sorry, this is going to take me a minute, boys and girls. We're going to go with black and dark blue. This is my color scheme. I'm going to blow through this real fast. So you guys give me just a second here. We're going to change the gloves around. Is it these ones? No, it's not those ones. It's the spacesuit? Yeah, there it is. Or is it the heavy duty gloves? No, it's the heavy duty. We're going to do the highlighted palms. So we got black, dark blue, and dark yellow. There we go. No, that's not it. Let's go with a light blue on the gloves, boys and girls. This way we can keep it somewhat normal. That looks good. Let's go to the legs. We're going with the armored leggings. Perfect. We'll do the accented buckles. That's the dark yellow. This way it looks like gold buckles on there. That's what I go with. And then we'll go with the black and blue. So our suit's starting to match a little bit, starting to look pretty good. Let's go to our boots. So we could change our appearance a little bit. Since we got the Shroud of Freedom, we will start changing that around so we can actually look pretty decent. There's our armored boots. We're going to do some accented accessories. So it's black, dark blue, and then we'll go with dark yellow for the buckles on the boots. There we go. But let's change the color around. We're going to go light blue and a dark black on the boots. There we go. That looks better. So our boots look pretty cool. Now let's do our backpack. We can change our backpack to our jetpack trail. We're going to change that to blue. I like the blue trails. You know that. We got the here is the Atlas flight pack from the Expedition. We haven't picked up the Aeron turbojet yet because we haven't searched for a Sentinel interceptor, boys and girls. We need to find a Sentinel interceptor first before we can get the Aeron turbojet. We got the exotic wing pack, which was from an Expedition previously. So was the streamlined jetpack. Some of these jetpacks you can pick up at the Quicksilver mission kiosk, where you can get Quicksilver to buy these backpacks. There in the Space Anomaly or the Nexus or the retro jetpack. Let's see, or the original jetpack. We're gonna go with the no, we're not gonna do the retro. We're gonna do the streamlined. You can do capes as well. We don't have any capes yet, so we're not gonna use those. Let's see with the arrowhead, or is it stripes, swoop, or accented boosters. Let's go with the accented boosters. We're gonna go black, light blue, and dark yellow for the accent color. This way it looks a little bit decent, boys, girls. That's it. We got our banner already colored, but we're going to change that color on there as well. So that's black and dark blue. Perfect. That looks pretty good to me. I'm satisfied with that. And now you can check out our our Shroud of Freedom. I'm going to go to the armor on the chest, and we're going to change that to light blue. There we go. Light blue on that. The torso. Where is it? The torso? Yes. Let's try a light blue on that. And what's that look like? No, we're going to go with that. Dark blue. This way the armor looks a little bit differently. Okay, that looks pretty good to me, boys and girls. We're going to get out of here. We're done. So we got our new Shroud of Freedom mask. That's pretty cool, isn't it, boys and girls? I like that. Let's get out of here. Let's go over this way. We'll finish exploring the rest of the station. I want to look at the ships because you have a really good chance of finding an S-class starship in a pirate system, boys and girls, or an outlaw system. So always keep your eye open. This guy here is a junk dealer, like in a regular space station. The guy that's up underneath the stairs by the guild master that gives you all the free goodies. That's who this guy is. So you can buy your scrap with tainted metal and that kind of stuff from derelict freighters. So we can pick that stuff up in here as well. But we're not going to pick that up. Look, you can buy a suspicious mining beam with 352 tainted metal. I never use my tainted metal to buy anything because tainted metal is like rusted metal. It's 2-to-1 for nanites. Check it out. We even got a weapons cabinet in here. And sometimes you can find an A, B, or C in here as well as an S class. So be aware of that, boys and girls. That's it. We are done in this space station for the most part. It's got a teleporter over here. Check this out. This teleporter, you can use that to go to your base, right? But you cannot go to any other good station. If it's not an outlaw station, you cannot travel to any place except for your own bases. Since we haven't completed the Shroud of Freedom or the Voice of Freedom questline yet, we're not allowed to use a teleporter to get out of here. But if it's not an outlaw station, we cannot travel to it through the teleporter here. We can't even go to our own freighter. But once we complete this quest line, we'll be able to go to our freighter and our own bases from an outlaw space station. Just so you're aware of that, I wanted to show you that. So there's no clearance granted. Let's get back over here. There's one last icon, and that is the space station core, boys and girls, and that's who we're going to talk to. So let's check that out and see what happens. Life support systems. Commercial monitoring disabled. Station defenses primed for freedom. Atlas Aeron surveillance uplink rejected. Let's request the Voice of Freedom. Glorious survivor, the promised star will be yours. Glass, 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 glass. And there we go. So basically, this has been an overhauled or hacked station core for the Outlaws. Okay, so now our quest tells us we need to leave the space station and go. So that's what we're, oh, look at there, boys and girls, an S-class Explorer. So check this out. This is what I'm gonna do, boys and girls. Now, I don't have much units. We got 26 million units. How much is this? This is a 6 million unit S-class Explorer, and I'm gonna buy it. Let's check out the trade too. You can get outlaw goods here as well. So we want to buy this stuff and put it in our starship. All the outlaw contraband, we want to buy that. But you can see they sell some kinds of goods here too. So just be aware of that. You can pick up stuff here and sell it to the traders as normal. But if you try to sell the contraband back to them, it won't be any good. So let's get out of here. I want to go and make an offer on this lifeform ship. This is a $6 million ship. Look at that, boys and girls. It's an S-class. I will never, ever fly one of these Explorers. These are ugly, in my opinion. But if we take it and we scrap it, we get S-class modules out of it. We get good money, even the great chance of getting a cargo slot expansion out of one of these S-class ships. That's why I want to buy it. I'm going to scrap it out later. So let's buy this thing. It's 6 million units, right? We can negotiate the price. If you want to take an S-class ship, you can trade all your items and technology over. This one's never going to hold everything we have. You can go to front and back, left and right up here at the top. As you can see, I'm using a controller. It tells you whatever button you need to use. If you're using PC, PlayStation, or whatever, it tells you what those are. So you can switch and tab over from the cargo technology up here at the top. Not to mention, it gives you the stats. The red stats show you that this is worse than your ship. The green stats show you that it's better than your ship that you currently own. And this is the same over here as well. So our shields are worse than this ship. But everything we got over here is better than this, even with all the technology that we have installed. But I'm going to buy this ship for 6 million units, boys and girls. And we're going to save that. Strip the technology out of it that we can, right? We're going to buy that. Let's see. We got this S-class shield module. We're going to take that. We're going to put this into our exosuit. So now we got that S-class module out of there. We can't use any of the other basic technology that's installed in this ship, but look, it's got 2 supercharged slots right there. That's pretty cool. So we can put our shields there and put the pulse engine there, and it increases it or whatever if you want to use a ship like this. I'm not going to do that. What I'm going to do is we're going to come back over here to our starship. We're going to jump in, jump out. That makes our save point. And now we got this, and we have shield modules up here, right, boys and girls? We got a 16% and a 7%. So I'm going to take this one out of our starship, put this in our exosuit, and install this one. This way, watch our shields over there on the right, from 207.8 to 243.9. So now we just increased our shields in our ship. That's better than that one. I mean, that is an S-class, don't get me wrong, but we now own that, and now we can jump back in our ship. I will scrap this out in a different space station. I'm not going to do that here. We'll save that ship for later so I can get some modules and stuff out of it, and I'll show you how to do that. All right, so let's get in. We're going to take off. Uh-oh, what's going on? Station flight path monitoring alert. Exit clearance pending. The voice of freedom will not permit the Atlas silence. New face carries our voice. You must hide your trail. Take this document. Disrupt the traffic records at a station core. Your voice will be free in the darkness. You can abort the takeoff, but you will not be able to leave this station unless you take this mission. So accept the mission and see what happens. Now they give you a forged passport. This way, this covers your tracks when you go to whatever system they're going to tell you to go to. So we're pretty much set there, boys and girls. I'm going to hop out real fast. It's going to make a save. This way, I want to check out these ships over here. Maybe we could trade our S-Class for a better ship, but I don't see it. So I'm not going to do that, because usually an S-Class is definitely worth more than the ship we got. Okay, so we're back in our ship. We're going to take off since we got that forged passport, and let's see where it wants us to go. Sorry, got to scan a planet. We didn't check out any of the planets in this system, boys and girls. So now let's go into our galaxy map, right? Because that's where the quest is taking us. And look, it tells us to go to this station up here. And that's a 3-star Gex system. And as you can see, the little skull there, it says the regulated station core. So we're going to fly there. And why I made that jump in, jump out save before we left this space station is because we got all that illegal cargo in our starship and we don't want to get caught. If something happens, we can reload and try again. Or if we die or get destroyed. So we're going to fly here, and I will see you guys there. Uh-oh, boys and girls, we popped into a space freighter battle. This is not a good sign. So we want to fly over here and destroy the pirate freighter Dreadnought's engines. Hopefully we can do that before this freighter destroys the local freighter. So we have an opportunity to get either freighter. We got to take out the engines on this freighter so it doesn't warp away. This is a pirate freighter, and this is a good chance to get ourselves a Dreadnought freighter. Hopefully it's a good class. And I will show you, there it is. The warp engines are taken out. So now we fly up on top of the ship and come up here. You see all the big guns? That's what we want to do. We want to shoot these big guns out, boys and girls, because this is what's taken out the local freighter, the good guys freighter. So we want to take out the Outlaws freighter as quickly as possible. And see, we don't have really good weapons. So we're trying our best to get these guns knocked out as fast as we can. Uh-oh, there's another gun. We got to take this one out. We got like 5 guns on this freighter that we need to take out, boys and girls. And hopefully we can get them taken out right away. Use whatever weapons you have in your disposal to take these guns out as quickly as possible. We'll have pirate ships attacking us at the same time, so don't be worried. They won't hurt you that bad as long as you got decent shields. That's why we picked up those shield modules. Oh, hold on here, boys and girls. And there's one more gun down here. So if we could take out this gun really fast. We need to charge our shields. There we go. Woo, we took critical damage. Something got broke in our ship. There we go. Once we get those guns taken out on this pirate freighter, they will now surrender to us. There we go. You see that? The pirate dreadnought has surrendered. So now we can fly into this ship, this pirate dreadnought, and claim this dreadnought if it's a good one. Otherwise, we can go to this freighter over here, which is a Sentinel dreadnought freighter, which might be a good one too. So what we do is we'll come in and we'll fly into this one. And what I do is, just like we picked up our A-class freighter before, how we did a little bit of re-rolling and stuff to maybe get a better freighter. That's why we got this freighter battle. So because we picked up that junky freighter from before, but it's an A-class, which is a really good one. So let's jump out. There's no save here, so be aware of that. Let's see what we got here. This is a B-class, 28 and 16. Now at this point, you can re-roll to maybe get a better freighter, or you can go over to the other freighter and check that one out if you want to get that freighter. What I'm going to do right here, boys and girls, is I'm going to reload the game. This is how we talk about re-rolling. That's why that reload restore point. This way we can re-roll and possibly get an S-class freighter or an A-class freighter. But the thing is, in order to get this dreadnought pirate battle, nobody talks about this, boys and girls. You have to have a freighter from previously. You have to have that in order to trigger the Outlaw freighter battle. And once you get that, then you can take and get yourself the Outlaw freighter. So right here, I'm gonna reload the game, boys and girls, and I'll be right back with you. All right, boys and girls, here we are. We're back. I'm going to jump back into our ship. We're back at the Outlaw space station. This is why I always do a jump in, jump out at the space station before we go into any other solar system. This way, we can always, if we get a freighter battle, we can pick which system to fly into first. If we're not ready or we're not prepared. Otherwise, if you're on a planet or flying around or something and you're not in a good save point, it'll be hard to reload it and you'll lose that freighter battle. So now we've got our inventory is full for the most part in our starship, and we got only a few things. It's a good thing we increased our shields. This way, if we take damage again, it shouldn't make that much of a difference. So I'll see you guys in that system and we'll see what that one looks like. Here we go, back to the same system. It'll always take you back to the same system. So I'll see you guys there. All right, boys and girls, here we are. We're back in here, and I try to power up the weapons in the starship. This way our guns shoot a little bit better. You see that, diverting power to the weapons? What we're gonna do is hurry up and get over here to this freighter, and we're gonna do the same thing. We gotta take out the warp drives on this bad boy. That's the first thing we need to do. Hopefully we don't get attacked by any little pirate ships while we're sitting here. We got 10 seconds before they start launching missiles on that other freighter, the good guy freighter. And we don't want that to happen. So we want to take out these engines so the bad guys, the Outlaw pirate freighter, can't warp out of the system and we can capture it. That's why we take out the engines first. Otherwise, you can go in and take out the shields and stuff, and we don't want to do that if we want to collect this freighter. So we're going to go through the same steps again, boys and girls. We're going to go through, we're going to destroy all the guns. Whoops. Come on now. There it is. The old guns, you will have collision with the starship. As you see, the pirate freighters and the pirate freighter guns will attack you as well, boys and girls. So be aware of that. There we go. We got that one out of the way. Whoops. Let's go here. We're going to try and take these things out as fast as possible. There we go. We got that one out of the way. Let's get to the next gun. Where'd it go? Right there. It's so dark because the sunlight isn't shining right here. Uh-oh. We got to repair our shields. There we go. Uh-oh. All the missiles are taken off to hit our good guy freighter, and we need to hurry up and get that out of the way. So as quickly as we can do this, the better off we are. And as you see, we use the missiles, and the missiles will help take the damage down on the pirate freighters. As soon as we take out all the big guns on the freighter, it will surrender, and the little pirate fighters won't bother us anymore. But the whole point we did this is to come back and see if we can get ourselves an A-class or an S-class Outlaw freighter, boys and girls. Hopefully we can do this. And this is what I do. This is called a reload or a re-roll. Some people call it scum saving or whatever you want to call it. I don't care. If you don't want to get yourself an S-class or an A-class Outlaw freighter, see this time over there on the left, it's a C-class. So what I'm going to do, boys and girls, is I'm going to do this. I'm going to reload a few times until we get ourselves a decent one. If we don't get a decent freighter in this system, then I will destroy this freighter and we'll go check out the other one. Okay? So I will be back again when we land on the freighter the next time I re-roll. So I'll see you there. All right, boys and girls, here we are. We're back. And check this out. I got us an A-class 32 and 19. Our freighter is an A-class as well. The only thing we have different is the cargo slots. So let's go check that out. All we need to do is any technology that we have installed in this freighter, we need to change to our freighter. So what we're going to do is we're going to keep this freighter. I'm going to jump back into our starship, fly out into space real fast, and I'm going to call in our freighter so we can switch things around, boys and girls. So we're going to do this real fast. Let's go out here, come outside the shield real fast. Hopefully this works, boys and girls. I'm going to try this. Here we go. We call in our freighter. Cannot warp freighter here. Let's get out a little bit farther. Let's see. Whoops. See if we can do it again. There we go. Our freighter is now here in this system. So let's get back into the Dreadnought freighter before it takes off or anything like that happens. This way we get this freighter because this is an A-class freighter. I checked out the civilian freighter and it has the same class as this freighter does. But what I want to do, boys and girls, is our freighter has all these goods in its inventory and I want to switch all that stuff out. So we need to move all this stuff so we can get the technology out of the interstellar scanner and the antimatter beam. So because once we switch this over, check this out, we're going to have to destroy all these technologies that we installed to get our modules back. And we're going to do that real fast here. Okay, so I'm going to move this over and I'll see you right back in a second. Okay, boys and girls, this is what I did. We jumped out of our ship. I wanted to make sure everything in our freighter was taken out for technology wise. I took the antimatter beam out. Take this out as your last technology to take out of your freighter. I destroyed everything that was here to get back the materials and it stored it away for us. So we didn't lose any materials, but we're going to switch our freighter over. We can't take the freighter hyperdrive out, but we did take the interstellar scanner. So now that we got this pirate freighter, check this out. It's an A32 and 19 over there on the left hand side. So let's go up to the bridge and we will switch this freighter out for ours and we will own this bad boy. So now we're up on the bridge. Check this out. Look, it's got pirate flags and stuff hanging all over the bridge. I like the red lighting and everything. This is a lot better. The bridge is laid out as the same as our regular freighter. So all the controls and consoles and stuff are the same. But check this out. Back here, the base that we have built in our freighter is not here. Check that out. You can see the blown up guns and things that we did to this freighter. See, we're out on the bridge on the very front of it. So it's a little bit different how this freighter is set up and the way we come out and look at it. You can see the shields and everything. But I like to come and check out the freighter before we take it over so we can see what's going on inside this freighter. So we got a lot of buildable area, all right? So what we're going to do is we're going to come back in now. We beat this dreadnought, and what we can do, since we have an A-class freighter. We got a few things in the inventory, right, boys and girls? That's okay. So we're going to take that stuff and we're going to move it over once we get this new freighter. So check this out. We're going to come in here. We're going to talk to this captain of this freighter. The pirate commander begs for mercy. I may name my price. I can demand tribute, so I will get paid and get some kind of reward, or we could seize the dreadnought. Since it's an A-class dreadnought, we can claim it. So let's seize that bad boy, right? Check it out. That's what it looks like. That's gonna be our freighter, boys and girls. And look at the technology. It's already got 2 installed warp engines in it, and it's got a supercharged slot there and a supercharged slot there. And the technology that we got in ours, we took out, so now we can install that into this one. This is so cool. Check this out. This is pretty awesome. So we're gonna compare, right? Now this is the technology. This is what's in our freighter, and this is what's in their freighter. And then we're gonna switch this over. Check this out. See that? We've got all these extra slots that I put in here. Now we're gonna have to rebuild this thing back up to where ours is. So this one is worth 168 million with 100 cargo slots and 50 technology slots. This has only got 32 cargo slots and a few freighter slots, a few technology slots, boys and girls. So we're going to claim this freighter, right? But we want to go back over here into the cargo inventory, and we want to start chucking all our stuff into that freighter. So this way we don't lose it. Our technology, everything goes in here. We come down to the bottom. We start throwing in all the fuel. This way our cargo is empty. I took all the extra cargo that was in here and threw that in our storage boxes. That's why it's so important to put all them storage boxes on your freighter right away, so you can store all your gear in there before that. And that's why we had that antimatter beam, because I called the freighter into the system here. This way we could switch stuff around in the cargo boxes. Now we're going to claim this freighter, right? And watch what happens. Transfer our base from our old freighter here, our regular freighter, to this dreadnought Outlaw freighter. Pretty cool, right? So now we trade previous freighter base over to this one. And watch. Kaboink. Now this is our starship. All them cannons that were destroyed and blowed up out there, once we warp out of this system, it will fix all that stuff. But check it out. The base we had on the other one is now in this one. Look at that. We've got everything that we put in here in this freighter now. Isn't that cool? Look, everything we had is all put in here now. That's pretty sweet, right? So now we got ourselves this brand new freighter, and it's a dreadnought freighter. So what we want to do is the technology that we swapped over. What's this? This is that matter beam package. We're going to take that matter beam and we're going to install that now. Now we can claim this freighter as our own. This is our freighter. So we can stick that technology up there. We got this warp drive. We're going to put that there. Look at the hyperdrive range over there. 1001. Look at 1024. This is what? This is a C class, 200 light years, and this is 300 light years. So we're going to take this 200 light year and throw this into the other supercharged slot. Watch that up there in the top right. 1024. Bam, 1055. If we take this one out and put that there and put the B class in there, watch what happens. 1163 for light years. Now we could put this one up here and let's see what that does. That's 1100, 1138. So yeah, it's better to install that in the supercharged slot. The C class, since it's a lower class than the B, it jumps it up to 250 instead of 200 light years. And look at that, 375 light years for that. And now we can install all the old technologies that we took out of the other one and put those into this one. Now we can start installing all that stuff back. And this way, if you watch over there in the top right, we keep increasing our hyperdrive range by installing this stuff, boys and girls. So we're actually doing pretty good. So let's do that. We'll get these technologies back where they were installed I'm going to do this. We're going to put this here. There we go. 2569. Let's put this one in there. And once we get these completely installed into this freighter, it will give us over 3,500 light years for a hyperdrive range, boys and girls. So now we have all that fixed up. We just got to get cargo bulkheads to start expanding the slots. I've got a few stored up in one of the storage boxes. I'm not going to mess with that right now. We finally got ourselves an A-class dreadnought freighter. Isn't that pretty cool? Check that out. I'm really excited about that. An A-class. And I only re-rolled or reloaded 5 times in order to get this A-class. If I would have kept going probably for another 20 or 30 minutes, maybe up to 2 hours of re-rolling or restarting, I could have possibly gotten an S-class freighter, boys and girls. So don't ever give up and think you're not going to get it, because there's a 0.05% chance to get an S-class in a 3-star economy. Okay, just so you guys know that. Now let's go into our log. We're going to unpin that formula for installing that engine, and we're going back to the Under a Rebel Star quest. So now this is our freighter, right? We can upgrade it, we can fix all that stuff and do all those things, but we're going to head back down to our starship now, and we're going to jump in, and once we jump in and jump out, this now claims it and saves it as our freighter. Watch this. Because we couldn't do a save point when we landed on it as a pirate freighter, but now that it's ours, we can save it. Restore point saved. There we go. Now let's take off and we can head to the space station, and hopefully the local authorities don't stop us. So now we got ourselves a pirate freighter, and hopefully the sentinels or the local authorities won't scan us before we get to the space station and we sell all our black market goods. So we actually had a pretty good run. That's an incoming fleet frequency. Oh, that's right. I forgot, boys and girls. Since this was a pirate freighter, did we get those? I don't even know if we got them, if they're even here no more. No, they didn't. Since we took that freighter as our own, there was little pirate combat freighters there as well, and we could have claimed those, but we didn't do that, and I slipped up there, boys and girls, and made that mistake. But we can always get other frigates for our freighter later once we have more units. So let's get into the space station, and we will complete the Under a Rebel Star quest line. It says, use the forged passport to disguise your visit to the Outlaw station. Disrupt local records at the space station core. Ooh, this is a pretty space station. That's an emerald green. I like that. Whoops, we're below the floor. Jump out. That makes our save right there. Now we got ourselves this space station as well, boys and girls. So now we do the regular routine of coming through here. And we'll check out the mission giver. We'll check that person out and see what they got to offer. Let's see. Scan flora, kill 11 creatures. There we go. A multi-tool expansion slot. Look, raid a planetary depot to get salvage frigate modules. This will help us to get technology to build our base inside our dreadnought freighter. So we could pick that up. That's a level 6 merchants guild to raid a planetary depot in the solar system. I'm not going to pick it up because I have a few saved up from the previous freighter that we had. So I'm going to collect this one with the multi-tool expansion. We'll start that mission. We're not going to complete it right yet, but that's okay. Let's see what they got coming in the station. We got anything good? No. There's an A-class cargo hauler. But we don't want that bad boy. We got ourselves an S-Class Explorer, which we will use later. But first thing I want to do is come up here to the Galactic Trade Terminal. And you know, all that contraband that we picked up and brought with us, we can sell that here. Look, blood salt, that's 5 of them for 26,000. That's 160% increase. So we're making money. You can make more money off of these illegal contrabands if you take them to a trade outpost on a planet. Look at this, banned weapons, 6 of them. We paid what? 50,000 for those. Look at them. That's $1.2 million for hauling illegal cargo into a regular space station. We make a heck of a lot more money, and that's what we need. Look at that, 335,000 for 45,000 units of prismatic feathers. Yeah. Moon ether, look, we paid what, 30,000 for those? Now it's 185,000. So we're making a profit on those things, boys and girls. Descented bottles, they don't belong here. I made a mistake and bought these. These go to a different system, but I'm going to sell them. We're going to take a loss on this, a big hit. Ouch. Not a big deal. No worries. We'll make more money. But this forged passport, do not sell that, boys and girls. Do not sell that at this trade terminal. As a matter of fact, since we're here, let's run upstairs and we will complete the voice of freedom. Yeah, I completely brain farted right there. Under a Rebel Star quest line. I'm so sorry. I got so excited and I forgot what I was saying. Here we go. So we come up to the station core and this is what we do. Check this out. Atlas Aeron surveillance uplink. High alert. Unusual activity detected. Beginning travel database scan. We take that forged passport and we can take that and cover our tracks as an outlaw pirate. Or we could denounce the voice of freedom and become the good guys again if we so choose. And you will get an achievement, whether it's on PlayStation, Steam, or Xbox. You will get the betrayer of the voice of freedom, that kind of stuff. You will get an achievement for that. It's a special reward for games, Game Pass, whatever, PlayStation, whatever their rewards are, whatever, Steam, you'll get that reward. But we're going to disrupt the station records, and this clears any negativity that we have in this system's species. So if it's Korvax, then our Korvax goes back to 0. If not, it doesn't do anything. Registration document accepted. Traffic patterns unexceptional. Excuse me there. Oh, my throat's getting a little dry. So now we completed Hide Your Tracks from Under a Rebel Star, and now that quest line is completed, boys and girls. And we got ourselves the Shroud of Freedom. That's a pretty cool shroud, isn't it? Now we look like a Sith Lord or something from Star Wars. I think it's a pretty cool face mask. Oh, excuse me there. Had to get a little bit of a drink. But now we can come to the station as we normally do and pick up all our goodies, right? So we'll pick up the units, pick up our little data modules. We'll talk to the locals here and learn some words real fast. So let's blow through this real quick. Learn a little bit of dialect. And that will help us to communicate with the life forms as we go from station to station, and we'll understand them a little bit better. And all these words that we're learning will help us later in the game for another part of the quest line. But let's pick up our exosuit backpack upgrade. We're going to do the inventory upgrade down here. There we go. Let's upgrade that. Since we got enough room for technology, we're pretty much set on that. Except for a couple modules that we need. And we don't have many nanites right now, boys and girls. Oh, that's right. I forgot that too. But we'll come in here. We need a movement upgrade. We got 1,400 nanites and we still got 22 million left. So let's see. We got movement, we got underwater, and we got thermal. I want the movement upgrade, so I'm going to buy that. Look at that. The higher we got higher standing with the Gek after defeating that pirate dreadnought that we claimed. So now we get a bigger discount on these modules, these upgrade modules. So now we're paying 552 instead of almost 700. That's pretty sweet. So let's buy that. Let's sell anything. This is a secondary lattice package. This is the that is our upgrade that we pulled out of our starship. We don't have enough room to put it back in, but we need that as soon as we get some expansion slots, boys and girls. Once we get some expansion slots in here, then we'll be all right. But here, I wanted to show you this. These suspicious packets of arms that we bought at the Outlaw Pirate Station. Let's open these up. Look at there. It gave us, what is that? A suspicious cyclotron module? That's worth 384 nanites. Look at here. We got 2 suspicious phaser beam modules. Those are worth 768 nanites. Perfect. And then we got suspicious packet of tech. Let's open those up. What did we get? We got a suspicious pulse engine module. Cool. We can save that or sell that because the pulse engine for our starship, it could be upgraded there. And then we got this. What is this? A mineral record. So let's open that and see what it gives us. We'll jump out of here. And what's it say up there in the top right? Mineral record gave us, come on, there it is, nanites. How much nanites do we get out of that? 60 nanites. So we got quite a few modules to sell to buy more technology, boys and girls. So let's go into the sell, not here, to here. We're going to keep the pulse engine module. We're going to get rid of the cyclotron module. And then we're going to get rid of the phaser beam modules. Perfect. Look how many nanites we got now. We got 2,000 nanites. Perfect. I'm going to save the exocraft cannon module just for a couple minutes. And we got our backpack module from there. Let's come over here. I want to check out the multi-tools. Oh, look. Oh, what is that? An A-class prototype alien multi-tool. Oh, boys and girls, let's compare. What do we have? We have an A-class as well. This one's worth 1.695 million, and it's a pistol. Ours is a rifle. It's an experimental multi-tool. It's got 17 slots. It's worth 1.6 million. We can buy that. That's a pretty cool multi-tool, don't you think? Look at it. And it's blue. Oh. I know that's a little sad. But it's a blue multi-tool. That is so cute. So sweet. Look at it. That's awesome. All right. I'm really struggling here. I don't want to spend all this money. Let's go to the other side and see what they got over here. A B-class multi-tool. Yeah, we don't want that, but it's a rifle. It's got a few more slots in it. It's got a supercharged slot. What did this one have for supercharged slots, boys and girls? Did we see? It has no supercharged slots. So that means in these spots right here, that means they're going to be grouped together. We could have a 3 or a 4 slot supercharged slot. I am going to, let's see, do we have, whoops, come on. Do we have any extra multi-tools in our inventory? Yes, we do, boys and girls. Look, what's this one? Let's check this one out. This is a B class. Look at that. We got that broken alien multi-tool from before. Oh, so check this out. We're going to take this out. We're going to throw that in our inventory. We're going to go strip this one down. So it's got a mining beam, a scanner, and an analysis visor. Let's compare this one. We could trade, boys and girls. Maybe we could get a better multi-tool out of this. Look at that. It only gives us what? It's only worth 246,000 if we switch that one over to this one. So it's going to cost us 1.4 million units. And it's got a bolt caster on it. It's got a laser beam on it. It's got the analysis visor. All these things are damaged. If you repair these things, it'll give it more value because the more slots you have in it, the more value it is worth. And it's got the same amount of slots. So 9 and 8 is 17 and 17. So if we fix it up, we could probably fair exchange it, but I don't want to waste the materials on that to pick that up. Do we have another multi-tool in our inventory that we could trade? Let's check this one out. This is a B class, boys and girls. Let's see if this one is worth it. Maybe we could get a cheaper exchange. I know this is taking a few seconds. Look, this one's only worth 46,000 and it's got it's got 15 slots. Not worth the trade. Okay, we got one more multi-tool, I do believe, boys and girls. I know, give me a second. Dale's trying to figure it out. This is our regular multi-tool. So we only got this one, which is our original starter multi-tool. And that's not even going to be worth 30,000 units, boys and girls. So let's compare. Let's see. Yeah, 21,000 for 8 slots. Now you could trade that if you want, or you could just buy this multi-tool outright. Here, I'll even do this to help you out so you can see where to get this multi-tool if it's your thing, if you want to buy it. There's the glyphs for it, boys and girls. Let me let that menu disappear real quick. You can pause the video here and get that multi-tool if you so choose. I'm going to take a little screenshot. Give me just a second. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to trade this multi-tool for the other one that we got. The other alien multi-tool, because we don't need it. That one's damaged, and I'm going to trade it out real quick, boys and girls, so we have ourselves a better multi-tool from the one that we have. Okay, so we're going to exchange it for 1.4 million units. There we go. Now we got ourselves a better multi-tool. Cool. We can take the geology cannon. I'm going to destroy that. I will never use that weapon. It is very dangerous. Let's go to our exosuit, and now we can install this technology into it as well. Check it out. So we got mining beam right here. So we'll install that just like that. That helps us out. We got our bolt caster. We'll move that over, move this over a little bit. There we go. We got no other technology in our exosuit except this jetpack upgrade. Let's put that in there. That one's not there, so let's see. This X class is 154 on jetpack tanks. This one's got 203. Sprint recovery time is plus 43. Sprint recovery time is 32. Initial boost power is plus 15. Initial boost is 6. Oh, this ain't no good. Oh, that hurts my feelings, boys and girls. But this X class module is a little better than the S class that we have. So recharge rate is 16. We got initial boost power, fuel efficiency of 13 on this one. So this one right here, I don't know. Let's see, the fuel efficiency is better. This X class is almost better than this S class module, boys and girls. So that was a waste of nanites. So let's destroy that and take that out. But we get the parts from it, so that's a good thing. All right, let's get out of here. Let's switch our multi-tool back to the one we were using, which is this one. And this is our good A-class multi-tool that we got souped up. Once we get that other multi-tool fixed up, then we could take all the technology off of this one and start using our alien blaster. I think that would work pretty good, don't you think, boys and girls? Let's get through this and see if he's got anything we can buy for our other multi-tool. Look, there's a mining beam module. We're going to pass on that. We don't have anything else left to sell or to buy. Whoops. Don't forget to check all the little things. Get all the little words. Let's get through this real fast. I know you guys are watching this episode, but we finished the Voice of Freedom questline, and that's what we wanted to do. That's what this whole episode was for, boys and girls. And you got to see the Outlaw Station and learn how to gather up some of the materials and the goods out of there so you could become a pirate. So let's gather up a few words and we'll get out of here and we'll get going. I mean, we're almost at that time limit, boys and girls. Just want to run through this station with you real fast. Learn some words from the locals. Okay. I mean, this is survival mode, so we're doing really good. I mean, we have made it through a lot of hardship to get to this point. Let's see what the Starship Merchant has for us. See if they've got any good units, maybe a hyperdrive unit or something we can install. Photon cannon module, we need that. Positron module, cyclotron, and phase beams. I'm going to buy the photon cannon module, boys and girls. That is a desperate need for us in our fighting pirates. Okay, if we're going to fight any enemies or pirate ships, that kind of thing, we need better guns in our starship. Exocraft boost module, oh my goodness, and an exocraft cannon module. Perfect. We'll buy the boost module and the cannon module for our exocraft. And that we will be working on real soon. So we can start doing some planetary exploration, boys and girls. Let's see, get a couple more words here, and then we'll go talk to the guild master and see what they got for us. Yeah, we've been doing pretty good this episode. We got quite a ways. We actually learned how to get the Shroud of Freedom and become an outlaw pirate if we so choose. We're at a merchant's guild, so let's see what they got for us. All right, we can pick up some nitrogen. We want that warp hypercore. We're going to put that in our freighter. And a starship launch fuel, we're going to put that in our freighter as well. Let's see what we can donate. Warp hypercores, nothing there. And we got salvage data here. Let's donate some salvage data. That'll increase our standing with the Merchants Guild just a little bit. That's 3. For each data module, we get 3 marks for upgrading our Merchants Guild, if you see up there in the top right. So that helps us out. Eventually we'll be maxed out and we'll be able to get other things, boys and girls, for free. Okay, where'd that guy go? He was just there. There he is. I'm gonna say he just walked past us. Where'd he go? All right. Now let's go into our missions. We've got all these side missions we need to do, boys and girls. And we've got a planet in distress. This is the quest line I want to start early in our next episode, boys and girls. I think we're going to call it here. Let's get back to our ship, do a hard save. We picked up all them little missions. A planet in distress. In the next episode, this is what we're going to do here. I'm going to jump in, jump out. We're going to make that little save. This way we've got everything. We got ourselves now an A-class Dreadnought freighter. Isn't that awesome? So I showed you guys how to get an A-class to an S-class Dreadnought or an Outlaw freighter, which is pretty cool. This is the latest, greatest freighter in the game. So now you know how to get one of these that's an A-class or higher. You can get whatever class you want or whatever you're capable of getting. I showed you how to get that. We showed you how to transfer all the technologies over. In our freighter, we switched everything over into our storage boxes, so we got all that out because we weren't going to have enough room in here. So be prepared when you find a new freighter like that. That's why it's always important to make that restore point here at your starship to jump in and jump out before you leave the space station and go to the next solar system. We got that. We got our freighter. And then, where is it? In our exosuit, these little navigation data things right here. We got some there. I believe we got some maybe in our freighter. I'm not sure. Yeah, we do. We got 40 of 80 right here. So we're going to take those and put those in our exosuit. And before I end the episode, I want to show you this, guys. Show you this, you guys. In the next episode, we're going to do the planet in distress. And how we do this is we come over here to the navigator, right? Since we got all these nav data modules now in our inventory, this is why we pick all these up. We come over here to the cartographer, right? We're going to talk to this guy real fast. So let's go in here and we want to exchange specific charts. You can get a random map from this guy for 15 nanites. I don't waste the nanites on them, but if you ever want to get a random map to go find whatever just to get something to do that. You can ask for help and he will give you nav data or give you a location on a planet to find. But this here, exchange specific charts. And in here with the cartographer, he gives you planetary charts to find secret cartographic data, which is like your manufacturing facilities, that kind of thing. Or you get emergency cartographic data, which is your crashed ships or crashed freighters, that kind of stuff. Commercial cartographic data is like your trade outposts and minor settlements. The alien cartographic data, that helps you find monoliths, placards, and ancient ruin sites. So if you want to find a Stargate or a portal on a planet, these are very good for that. Artifact charts, these help you find dig sites or ancient ruins, that kind of stuff. And this is the exosuit upgrade chart. You can exchange those nav data for those. But this is what we want, the settlement charts. These help you find a planetary settlement on special planets. So let's see how many of these we can get. It costs 5 charts to buy 1 map. So let's go. Let's buy. Let's see if we can get 10 of these. There we go. That's 50 charts, boys and girls. That's going to take all our nav data. So we get 10 tries to find a good settlement. So let's buy those. Those are now in our inventory, boys and girls, for the next episode. And we're going to use these, and I'm going to show you how to find an actual settlement, a good settlement on a good planet, instead of getting one on maybe a hostile world where there's crazy sentinels or volcanoes going off or some kind of toxic hazard protection or whatever happening. Okay, so in the next episode, we're going to do a settlement in distress. But I appreciate you guys staying with me and watching through this episode. We've got the quest line out of the way now. So we got ourselves the Shroud of Freedom. Whoops. Jump back and forth right there. Sorry, didn't mean to big Wreck-It Ralph with all them buttons. But now we got that out of the way. We got ourselves a Dreadnought freighter, a pirate freighter. So we're upgrading quite a bit. And we just picked ourselves up that new multi-tool, that alien multi-tool. Oh, look at there. That glitched out. Go figure. So we can't even look at our multi-tool right now. This is the old one. But we got that new multi-tool in our inventory. Check this out. Shaboink. Let's go and look at it. So that we got this sweet multi-tool here. So in the meantime, in between episodes of this one and the next one, I am going to complete, so you guys know what I'm doing, all these like attack sentinels and attack animals. I'm going to complete all of those, and I'm going to get some expansion slots for our fighter so we can upgrade it a little bit. And then I'm going to be working on our new freighter so we can get some more cargo bulkheads in here. So on the next episode, so you'll see this upgraded, and we'll try and get some of these things installed as well. We have to get special materials for those, and that's going to take us a little while. But I want to let you guys know before the next episode, if you enjoyed this episode, don't forget to hit that like button. And if you're new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe. It's very important that you subscribe to my channel. I've got a few goals coming up. I'm trying to hit that 300 subscriber mark. And once I do that, I'm going to start doing 2 live streams with a face cam each week, plus a recorded episode like this. And we're going to be doing the new update worlds part 1 in the upcoming episodes as well. And there will be an expedition coming up. So if you don't see this survival series playthrough come out within the next week or 2, that's because we started the expedition, and I'm going to focus all my attention on getting you guys the best tips and tricks on how to complete that expedition. So you guys can watch that series in the meantime. And then we will come back to the Survivor series, and I will have everything, including this new multi-tool. We'll get some slots going on there. That's why I want to do those little side missions for the mission giver, so we can get some multi-tool expansion slots. So if you guys enjoyed this episode, like I said, don't forget to hit that like button. I do live streams every Tuesday night, 6:30 p.m. Central US time. So if you guys want to catch me live on Tuesdays, don't forget to check in, write that date and time down. But until then, stay safe, stay sexy, and peace out.